of Aspirant, we are also going to start this Gene 2026 Anthropology Foundational course for any of you who wish to study anthropology as a subject, as an optional paper for UPSC. And if you have any doubts as regarding how to write an answer, everything will be covered in that anthropology batch. Any of the mains candidates who wish to write mains also can approach us for Gene 2026 batch. I will include them in a specific way so that they will be able to write this examination which is coming in the mains. So thank you for watching. All the best. Okay, shall we start? So okay, it'll be a discussion now, so you guys also can participate. In a sense, see, I saw in this Harvard review, okay, Harvard Business Review, there is an Instagram ID and an YouTube. There was a professor of anthropology. He said that the reason for depression in human beings right now, he was talking about recently, the video, maybe I'll post it in the group as well. The video has gone for 2 million views or something like that. So he was talking about, why are we so depressed now? Why are we so depressed now? You understood the pattern that I am going to set? Today we'll talk about the topics. Okay, first class. This class I will also put it in the YouTube also, do not worry. The next class only I am going to tell these are the points, please note down these points, these are examination points. Today we are going to generally talk what is evolution, what are all the pre-Darwinian theories, Darwinian theories. You have to get a feel of the subject. So today we will have. So why are we depressed today? A lot. And I know that we are depressed a lot. No? I was born in a generation, it was pre-Darwinian, pre-1990. Actually, I was born in a generation where there was no mobile phone or nothing like that. So if I have to go to a friend's house, I will go to his house and I will knock the door and I will call him out. So today, how do we see friends? Today, are we seeing friends? You are able to follow? So if I see, we travel like in the cycle, we go for maybe for half an hour we spend and go to that place, knock on the door, and then the person comes out and then we talk to them and we have some chit chat and then come back. But Anna, do you know that today, see, 100 phone calls will come. I am starting. I'm going to start. Are you there? Are you free? You get this idea? The reason that he was saying in that video is that he's saying that we are not bored enough. You are able to follow? We are not bored enough. So we distract ourselves too much with so much of social media activity. Is it true? True or Ilya? Actually, it is true. In the traffic I have seen, 2 minutes if the light is there, immediately they get the phone and they check the messages. In the traffic I have seen, 2 minutes down. Traffic, you have to observe how is it going and things. Nothing. They'll just see, okay. Why are they doing that? Means you are not allowing your brain to actually be bored. Okay. Why am I saying it here is that he was saying that only when you are bored, you will start thinking what is the purpose in life? What is the meaning of this life? We do not want to get into the meaning of things and we just distract ourselves. Is it true or not? So once you keep on doing that, by one point you will be depressed because you have traveled and you will not be like, why am I? You will not even ask that question. You get this idea? If I am asking that question, immediately you will check some feed. Correct? He was saying that this is why the depression level is high. And we immediately, if we are depressed, today if I want to distract myself, I'll upload a photo. I'll be checking how many likes. Okay, this many likes. Very good, very good. If like is not coming, I'll feel very guilty. Then I will put another photo so that they like me. Am I changing to the way that they want me to change, or am I the way that I am? I am changing to the way that the likes are going. You get this idea? So I'm changing myself. So this is the generation, or we talk about the self-independence. This is my life. I will rule my life. But we are not ruling. The algorithm is ruling. The algorithm teaches you dress this way. Then only you will have like. Why I was talking this is that if we are bored, then only you will start thinking about the meaning of life. Then only you will start thinking what is evolution. Or that's how it started. Human beings were bored. So they started, so when I am bored and sitting under a tree, I'll ask two questions. What am I going to do with my life? First point. Second, how did I come? Correct? No? This question was the predominant question of human beings for a very long time. In that, they came up with so many explanations. Okay, see, if I start thinking like that, I have to explain. One way or another, I have to prove how did I come. Meaning, I will say, okay, my meaning is to maybe do agriculture, feed my family, have children, or something like that. I will have a meaning of myself. But the second question is unanswerable. Where did I come from? So I'll see my grandfather, I'll see my grandmother. Then where did they come from? Where did they come from? I'll keep on going. If you find the answer to that, that is what is meaning, scope, and development of anthropology. What is anthropology is that the study that humans made when they started and when they were bored. Okay, you imagine yourself some 50,000 years ago when no internet is there, nothing is there, no mall is there, no movie is there. What do you do to distract yourself? Morning you wake up, there will not be any buildings and things like that. There will be people surrounding you. We wake up, maybe you have some breakfast or something. Then what you do? Play with friends. Then how long will you? Maybe cricket will play. But at one point you have to sit down. At one point you have to see the moon. At one point you have to lie down and think, why did we come? If we find answer to that, we will know what is the meaning of anthropology. But the point is that before, but the point is, this is what is pre-Darwinian. So earlier versions were mostly in religion, mostly philosophical, mostly were like observations that you think that, okay, this is how I came. For example, see, these and all I'll give as points, do not worry, okay? I'll give as points. This you should have, okay? What and all point I have to have. So the first is actually, so religion gave us an answer. For example, I'll tell you, there was a person called as, I may have spelled the name of the person wrong, an Archbishop of Ireland. Ireland, do you know? UK, Ireland. So Archbishop of Ireland comes up with this concept of Archbishop, the bishop of a church. Okay, there will be a church and you have a bishops there. So he comes up with this point that we evolved from this point, 4004 BC. He's saying, how is he saying now? Because he's saying that the Bible is saying. You get this idea? Religion teaches us the fact. You know how many people believe in this today? Today, so many people believe in this, that the world evolved or started from the time of, the Bible or the religious books. So, for example, not only this, have you heard about this? Upanishads, have you heard about? Upanishads are our, India's philosophical treatise. There are so many Upanishads. In that, there is an Upanishad saying that, like, for example, in Bible, the first chapter is Genesis. What it says? No? Genesis, Old Testament, do you know? Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve story, do you know? It starts with saying that there is nothing. Then God came. Then came the light. Then came the water. Then came the plant. Then came the animal. Then came the man. From the man came the woman. This is the first chapter. The first chapter of Bible, Genesis, says that This is evolution, na? What came first? Na, God came. Then God gives light. Then God gives day and night. Then God gives water. This is, you check that. Bible oda first chapter, Genesis oda chapter. Okay, like that, Upanishad also gives us this idea that there was a man, he wakes up, he sees that he is alone, then he creates his own image, that becomes a woman. Then all the things in the world started evolving. China has yin and yang. There is a concept called as yin and yang. Same philosophy as Upanishad. Same. They talk about the stuff, nothing is there, suddenly something comes, then one part becomes heaven, one part becomes hell, and the humans are born, something like that. What I am trying to say is that, what are they doing? See, we have a chapter called as religion. So religion, there are so many religions in the world. What are the religions in the world? Major religions: Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, Sikh, all these religions. What are all these religions? See, and one more thing, this is anthropology. I will say blasphemous, na, do you know blasphemous na? Blasphemous na, religious text against, I will say, this is academic da. I cannot see. Anthropologists have to decipher that. For example, if I accept the fact of Usher saying that 4004 BC, 4004 BC, na, he is saying that we evolved 7,000 years ago. Bishop na, it's like you have district administration, la. You have a prime minister, you have the chief minister, then you have the collectors, la. So bishop is like you will have regional kingdoms, regional areas. So the pope is the head. The pope will appoint the bishops. Okay, but they are very, very powerful, very, very powerful. See, again, okay, one more thing. I'll make this clear. First classly, I'll make this clear. I don't have religion. I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in caste. I don't believe in gender. I don't believe in hierarchy. And like IAS, IPS, I don't believe in that stuff. Maybe that's why I did not clear. Okay, you have to believe in something. You have to believe the fact that, okay, I'm an IAS. IAS ka entry. You've seen that, the concept of IAS ka entry. It's an examination. If you start doing what the IPS girl, women officer, I forgot her name. What is the name? Punela. Pooja, his name? No. No. The women officer who actually confronted the deputy CM of Maharashtra. If you start doing that, I'll start respecting. But we cannot respect somebody just because they cleared an exam. You get this idea? So I don't believe in religion. So I will say all the religion. If I say Bible, I will also say some other. This is our syllabus. Okay, academica I will talk. If sometimes I say something and they will be like, why are you telling only our religion? No, I'm not like that. Okay, so the point is that why I was saying this, Upanishad. Religion, now what? So is academic. So blasphemous I can talk. I cannot talk in terms of what the world Annamalai சொல்ற மாதிரி என்னால religion தான் இது ஆழ்வார் பூமிலாம் என்னால சொல்ல முடியாது, which is not true. That they say for their own purpose. So what is religion? Believers believe in something. What is the difference between sociology and anthropology is that we have this concept. See here, we have to think about the relationship that it has with other social sciences also. Social sciences is actually, you will have it for sociology also. So what is, you have option sociology, so they also have religion as a topic. So what is the difference between anthropology and sociology? I will today say, don't worry, I'm just asking you. Okay. Human's perspective to the religion. Very good. In a sense, in anthropology, we will start looking at the purpose or why it came, evolution. But they will study religion, from the perspective of humans. That is, religion is Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism. What is it doing to the society? How is it integrating the nation? Their syllabus is that. Our syllabus is, what is the religion? What are the psychological or functional aspects of evolution of religion? So why do you think that humans evolved this concept of religion? In this perspective, now I'm asking. First, see, you think about our brain. See, this is like, okay, this is our brain. Our brain is like, I do not know other animals have this brain, but they have not evolved themselves this curiosity or inquisitiveness of the world. That is primarily because they are spending their life as it is. So they will spend their life as it is. But our neurons have evolved in a way that we are the first species of this universe, made of this universe, trying to decipher what is this universe. No other species wants to. Do you think that dogs want to know why we came? We only came with that. For that, we have so many streams. Science is one stream. Science tries to do what? The same thing. It tries to answer why do we came, why are we here? Same religion also comes. Magic also comes. Philosophy, do you know? Philosophy. Philosophy also comes. All these things are trying to answer the meaning of why we came. That is because this brain is very, very scared. You think about it, when we are born, அது correct தானே. See, you have ஒரு பாயிண்ட் புரிஞ்சுக்கோங்க. I'll say this. இப்போ சில்ட்ரன் இருக்காங்கல்ல, அதாவது வெரி ஸ்மால் கிட்ஸ், maybe less than 6 months, let us assume. I do not know whether you observed this. See, if I am standing here and I go here and hide, you guys will know there is a barrier and there is something that is hiding me, but they do not know. They will be perplexed. I was standing here, where that person is. You are able to follow? I am saying that the child has to know the cause of something. The brain has to know the cause of things. That's how our brain operates. As we grow up, see, for the child, how I disappeared is the question. For as you grow up, you will start having questions like, what is my life? Am I going to clear UPSC? Is anthropology a correct subject? Is my life going in the correct direction? Am I preparing well? These questions, can it be answered? Is anthropology a correct option? Today I can answer. But is my life going in the correct direction? Can you answer it? Can anyone answer it? So for example, students sometimes come and ask me, sir, whether I will clear this exam. You are able to understand? So who is to answer this question? Religion will answer. You go, so what do they say? If you are scared, no, God will be there. Yamirika bayameen. God is the shepherd who directs the people into a flock. This is Jesus Christ. Islam liyo same now. All the gods are there to assure you that do not worry. இப்போ நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா வெளியே இப்போ நீங்க யாமிருக்க பயமேன்னு இருக்கு தெரியுமா? முருகர் இல்ல, யாமிருக்க பயமேன் தான். அதுக்கு அர்த்தம் என்னன்னா, every god wants to come to you for protection. So the same point, upon God becomes, or religion becomes such a potent force. So whatever is information seeps through it, we will believe that. So the pre-Darwinians used to believe this fact of religion. Correct? Ipo enna religion started at this point to make you calm. Na solra ena without an answer, cause illama your brain will not shut down. You have to tell. Ipo for example, students sometimes ask me this. Na ketirken na sollirken nenikiren. They keep on asking this question of why didn't you clear? First ipo illa. First la when I used to take class, நீங்க ஏன் கிளியர் பண்ணலன்னு என்ன கேட்பாங்க. பதிலே தெரியாது. I swear I do not know why didn't I clear. இப்போ பதில் தெரியலனா you will be in utter chaos. Utter chaos. I was in utter chaos. ஏன்னா அதுக்கு பதில் தேடிட்டே இருந்தேன். You know why it did not happen? Because see, this meant இந்த எக்ஸாம் ரொம்ப பெரிய இந்த பண்ற அதான் சொல்றேன்ல இந்த பில்ட் அப் பண்ற அளவுக்கு கிடையாது. இட்ஸ் a simple exam. It's for a job. Okay, it's for a job. Syllabus இருக்கு. You read the syllabus, it will come. சும்மா அந்த இதெல்லாம் இருக்குல்ல அந்த படம்லாம் இட்ஸ் ஆக்சுவலி ஃபால்ஸ். பட் ஆனா I could not answer their questions. I would be very chaotic. See, that's how my health and all went அந்த ஒரு பாயிண்ட்ல. But now I know the answer. Why didn't I clear? To make others clear. எப்படி நல்லா இல்லையா? இது யார் சொன்னா? கடவுள் சொன்னார். இது எனக்கு யார் சொன்னா? எங்க அப்பா சொன்னார். ஓகே, கடவுள் வந்து அவர் கனவுல சொன்னாராம். You get this idea? He has now come to a conclusion that for God has destined me to some. He is happy now. Chaotic இல்ல. I am also thinking like நான் அன்னைக்கு அதனால தான் சொன்னேன் தெரியுமா, first he asked this question. first நாளே பயமுறுத்தி விட்டேன். யூனிவர்ஸ் வந்து அன்னைக்கு நீங்க கேட்டீங்கல்ல, யூனிவர்ஸ் வந்து நீங்க என்ன கேட்டீங்க? மேனிஃபெஸ்டேஷனா இது? if we think about, நான் நேத்து பார்த்தேங்க, if we think about some manifestation, அதான் நான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ்லயே பாவம் அதை சொல்லிட்டேன். மேனிஃபெஸ்டேஷன் இருக்குல்ல, if we think about something and we start about thinking about, writing about, journaling about, the universe listens. The universe is not listening. The universe is not listening. Your brain cells are listening. Manifestation or meaning என்னன்னா, once you start thinking about something, it becomes your neurons. Once it becomes your neurons, nobody can control it. விஜய் சொல்றது கரெக்ட் தான். ஒரு தடவை நான் முடிவு பண்ணிட்டேன்னா என் பேச்ச நானே கேட்க மாட்டேன்றது உண்மை. once it becomes your neurons, அதுதான் manifestation. ஆனா universe does not have any say. universe இப்ப நம்ம போறோம், the laws of the universe are same for you and me. It is a very unbiased participant in all this. It can destroy species in seconds. You get this idea? So it does. Other than I mean, but the point is that religion comes in the pre-Darwinian. Darwin is a evolutionary theory. Ana pre-Darwinian la religion was very very primary, and the religion not dictated. And every religion has a story which gives you the cause and effect of why we came. Hindu religion la irukku, Christianity la andha first chapter is evolution. Islam also, Islam இருக்குல்ல, Islam follows first there is Bible ல வந்து Old Testament, New Testament இருக்கு. Do you know that? Bible இருக்குல்ல, Old Testament இருக்கு, New Testament இருக்கு. Islam follows Old Testament. They also believe Abraham. They also believe that they have come from the same thing. இது Abrahamic religion னு சொல்லுவாங்க. But the point is that one way or the other, every religion gives you the answer of evolution. That's why he came up with this theory. Ana this is what is concept of creationism nu solluvaanga. Na I will give it as a notes. I will give it next class. Idella next class. Today is going to be a discussion. Darwin na yaru, everything we'll discuss and we will end the class. You go and check on the Ember and Ember book la the third chapter and see whether you like it. Then next class la I will dictate notes. I will go towards the exam. Today it's general. இப்போ religion na enna, all this is syllabus. In the இப்போ for example, look at this. You see here religion irukka. Anthropological approaches to the study of religion. Are you able to see? Evolutionary, psychological and functional. அதாவது why religion came, you give me a concept in evolutionary perspective, psychological perspective is what I was talking. Okay, this time this was asked as a question in 2025. The question this time was explain the evolutionary and functional aspect of religion. So what I was talking about is the same thing. You get this idea? I will connect it to the previous. See, that is the point. Our primary aim should be to discuss and analyze and get the points, then link it to previous year question. What they are asking is important. You get this idea? So the first point you understood, the pre-Darwinian is actually religion. The second is actually philosophical. Okay, first on the religion, then philosophical. Do you know this person? Do you know this person? Alexander's teacher. Aristotle was the father of so many subjects. That is, the meaning is that he was the first person to classify subjects into biology, botany, zoology. He classified. He had a library where he classifies everything. So he also was a person who gave this principle of evolution. And the evolution, he is of a believer that see, when I dictate, I will give the word long. Ana today I am not going to dictate. You can copy it one by one. Adhaadu, what is you copy this pre-Darwinian. Where in the syllabus it is? Please check it. Look at it. 1.4b. 1.4b the topic. Today's topic is 1.4b. That's how you should write. From next class, previous year question I will start. I will show you a question. See, today discussion I am not showing the question. Next class I will show you the question. So this is how it will be. First you should write the topic, then you should write the question, then we should discuss the points. Okay? In that I am talking this pre-Darwinian. Okay? You get this idea? The pre-Darwinian first is religion. First is religion. Idu vandu Usher. His name was the exact name and all next class I will give. His name was Usher. He gave this concept that we evolved from 4004 BC. Meaning is that he is saying that the Bible says, so he is believing that the religion is the authority which has to give us the meaning of everything. Ashwini, idu yarun paakringla? Phone. Okay. The second is philosophy. First is religion, second is philosophy. And the philosophy the primary person is actually Aristotle. He comes up with this theory of see, I am not spelling it correctly, teleology or something like that. He is saying that we evolved the way we are. அதாவது இப்போ Upanishad and things are giving this idea that you evolve. இப்போ Genesisல they give this idea that God came, river formed, plants formed, animal formed, then man formed. From the man's rib, women was formed. Everything is there, everything detailedly given. But he is a person of a philosophy. He starts to analyze things and he comes up with this classification. And he sees many species. He is called as the father of zoology and botany also. And the zoology and botany classifies. So, cockroach is there, you are there. For example, we also have this. See, other point in the veganism, I have seen this. For example, in the kosu adicha okay va. Veganism they go for animals like big animals, cow, dog. But you ask them that you are hitting a mosquito, they will not have an answer. In human beings, Nietzsche is a philosopher. He says that in human beings, the morality is designed by the aesthetics of things. புரியுதா? அழகா இருந்தா அதுக்கு உண்மை தானே. அழகா இருந்தா பாத்தீங்கன்னா விவேக் ஒரு படத்துல சொல்லுவாங்க, இந்த சென்ஸ் நம்ம ஒழுங்கா யாரும் தான் பார்த்தோம். The point is that's true. Morality it will change. Okay, morality changes. And the point Aristotle also comes up with this theory that everything is arranged. So we are the pinnacle, he says. Pinnacle na, pinnacle na, we are the ultimate. Everything is for our purpose. உலகம் பிறந்தது எனக்காகன்னு ஒரு பாட்டு கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? ஓடும் நதிகளும் எனக்காக, அதுக்கப்புறம் மலையும் எல்லாமே எனக்காக தான். Aristotle comes up with this theory. It's not MGR or in the song, எனக்கு தெரியல யார் அதை எழுதுனான்னு. But the point is that philosophy also comes up with this classification that there is a hierarchy of species. In that hierarchy, we are. It is also answering this question, how we came. How we came na, we have been designed to come into this world in this format itself. Meaning is that we were not different before, we are not going to be different after, which is wrong. Correct? Ana it's a theory. which comes up with this concept of இதுதான் வந்து GS4லயும் we can actually use teleology in the sense that societyல you see that இப்போ womenனா there is a purpose for them அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க, menனா there is a purpose, childனா ஒரு purpose, he is the person who gave that. இப்போ fatherனா he has to act this way, motherனா he has to act this way. This distinction of women has to be there in the household came from him. புரியுதா? Before that also was patriarchyல இருந்துச்சு, but he actually strengthened that. He in his book talks about two places. One is a public space, another is a private space. So he says that women have to be in the private space because it is their teleology. இப்போ இந்த ஹைரார்கி ஆஃப் ஸ்பீஷீஸ்ல அரேஞ்ச் பண்ணும்போது ஹியூமன்ஸ் ஆர் த பினக்கல். ஹியூமன்ஸ்ல டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்குல்ல, ஹியூமன்ஸ்ல he arranges women in the bottom, then slaves are there. So once you start having the habit of arranging people like this, you will start arranging accordingly. You will start feeling that somebody is lower to you. இப்போ நல்லா பாத்தீங்கன்னா இது வந்து you even today if you see இப்போ பீகார் சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர்லாம் இருக்காருல்ல, இப்போ இல்ல, this was a statement made by Bihar chief minister Lalu Prasad Yadav இருக்காருல்ல, he made a statement, womenனா அது கிச்சன் தான். This is a statement of Aristotle. அவங்க கேள்விப்பட்டது இல்லையா? அவர் சொன்னாரு. இல்ல இல்ல அது நிறைய சொல்லுவாங்க. அதான் சி ஏங்க இந்த பிரஜ்வன் ரேவால்னு ஒருத்தர் இருக்காருல்ல, இப்போ he was an MPங்க, MP பிரஜ்வன் ரேவால், do you know? அந்த பேரு அதான் அந்த கர்நாடகால whatever he did is absurd, but ஆனா he is an MP ஆனா convicted, but now anyways see அவங்க அப்பா பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர், அவங்க தாத்தா பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர், அப்பா சீஃப் மினிஸ்டர், யூ சி அதெல்லாம் வந்து பெருசாலாம் இல்லை, இட்ஸ் அ சிஸ்டம். நான் இன்னொரு ரொம்ப அதான் இன்னைக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ்லயே சொல்லக்கூடாதுன்னுன்றது சொல்ல மாட்டேன், இன்னும் போக சொல்லுவேன். ரிலிஜன் இஸ் அ டூல் கிரியேட்டட் பை மென் டு கண்ட்ரோல் விமன். நல்லா பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். ஆனா விமன்னா அதுல போய் விழுவாங்க. இந்த மண் சோறு சாப்பிட்றது, அங்க பிரதர்ஷனம் பண்றது, ஏன் யார் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு அந்த அந்த டிசைன் ஆஃப் இதுல பாத்தீங்கன்னா மென்னுக்கு ஏதாவது இருக்கு ஒரு which I do not know, நீங்க இருந்தா சொல்லுங்க. men have to do these things. புர்கா போடணும் அப்படின்றது மென்னுக்கு இருக்கா? மெட்டி வந்து மெட்டி மென் தான், ஆனா அதையும் மாத்தி விட்டாச்சு. இப்ப தாலி வந்து வாஸ் ஃபார் விமன். இப்போ தாலி விமென்னா அது என்னத்துக்கு? தாலி எதுக்குன்னு கேட்டுறேன். என்னங்க நீங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் சொல்லிட்டேன், சும்மா ஜெனரலா பேசுவோம். யூ கோ பேக் ஹோம், ரீட் த 3rd chapter and you will understand anthropology. ஃப்ரெஷ்ஷா யூ கம் பேக், I will dictate and I will also have அது எனக்கு ஒரு வாரம் ஆயிரும். ஸோ சம் மோர் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் மே கம். ஸோ அதை நான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிடுறேன். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு ஐடியா வந்துடும், திஸ் இஸ் ஆந்த்ரோபாலஜி அப்படின்னு. திஸ் இஸ் ஆந்த்ரோபாலஜி. சொல்லுங்க, இது தாலி எதுக்குன்னு கேட்டுறோம். சும்மா என்ன ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்றோம்? she is my property ன்னு. அப்போ she is அதான பாயிண்ட், she is my property இல்ல? இல்லங்க உண்மைங்க. எதுக்குங்க தாலி கட்டுறோம்? நீங்களே புரிஞ்சு, தாலின்னு ஒண்ணு. இப்போ தாலி உங்களுக்கு தெரியும்ல, தாலி சொல்லுங்க. ஓகே ஓகே. அப்ப இந்த பொண்ணும் அந்த காட்டுவாசிக்கு பிரசன்ட் பண்ணல எதுங்க? அதான் போத் சைடு இல்ல. ஆந்த்ரோபாலஜியில we have நான் உங்களுக்கு இந்த we will talk about economic theory, ஓகேவா? you see this economic organization. economicsல you see this reciprocity. humans வந்து reciprocity, redistribution and market, 3 principles are there. we operate based on this now. That is see, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. It's a korangu phenomenon, correct? It is, we evolved from them. Okay, we are going to come towards that. We are going to talk about that, the behavior. Apana we should also give them la. The men also should give la. Actually we adha point. Ana adili evlo twist irukku parunga. The metti was supposed to be worn by men. Tali was supposed to be worn by the women. Meaning why அப்படின்னா women should, இப்போ மெட்டி இங்க இருக்குன்னு வச்சு, இப்போ நான் வெட்டி வேறனா, இப்போ தலை குனிஞ்சு பார்த்தா மெட்டி தெரியும், தலை நிமிர்ந்து பார்த்தா தாலி தெரியும். ஸோ மென்னுனா தலை நிமிர்ந்து நடக்கணும். அதுலயே அது எவ்வளவு சூப்பரா பண்ணிருக்காங்க பாருங்க சிஸ்டம். யூ see this எதுங்க? ஓகே அது ரெண்டும் இல்ல இல்ல அதான் அது என்னன்னா அந்த சிஸ்டமே ஃப்ளாடு. ஆனா இப்போ மெட்டியும் இந்த சைடு போயிடுச்சு. மெட்டியும் இப்போ பாத்தீங்கன்னா மெட்டி ஆல்சோ இஸ் சம்திங் தட் விமன் தான் வேர். ஐ டோன்ட் திங்க் எனி இப்போ ஐடென்டிஃபிகேஷன் ஆஃப் மென்னே இல்லையே தட் திஸ் பர்சன் இஸ் மேரிட். ஐடென்டிஃபிகேஷன் ஆஃப் விமன் இஸ் தேர். கரெக்டா? இஃப் யூ வெரி க்ளோஸ்லி வாட்ச், அதான் நான் சொன்னேன் இது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ்ன்றதுலாம் சொல்லல. இஃப் யூ வெரி க்ளோஸ்லி வாட்ச், ரிலிஜன் இஸ் அ டூல். அதான் நான் சொன்னேன், வி ஆர் sociology இதை அனலைஸ் பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. sociology analyze the fact that the processes and principles that a religion has, maybe work our system is wrong. But if you go very deeply into analyzing the social systems, you will understand the meaning of it. Religion is actually trying to, you know, if you see once அந்த ரிலிஜன் ஏதாவது பண்ணீங்கன்னா, இப்போ இந்த வாட்டி இப்போ அவர் பேர் என்ன, RSS மோகன் பாகவத். Mohan Bhagwat, do you know? Mohan Bhagwat? No. RSS, do you know RSS? RSS is an Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. Mohan Bhagwat says women in India should have more than 3 kids. கேள்விப்பட்டிருக்கீங்களா? இல்லையா? Pope also says that. நான் சொல்றது புரியுதா? ஏன் வந்து women in India should have 3 kids? அது ஏன் men director ஆகல? அவர் மென்னு. மென்னு வந்து how a woman should be. இல்ல இன்னொரு இது உங்களுக்கு see again அதான் I will speak blasphemous. ஆனா இது கிளாஸ் குள்ள தான். It's an academic discussion. Anthropology is a blasphemous subject. Anthropology-னால தான் so many things came up. No, and the thinking of equality, liberty and fraternity and things and all came by via questioning things. அதுதான் subject of anthropology. If I am teaching it in a boring way, I am not an anthropologist. You get this idea? Darwin, I'll talk about, maybe I'll give a break sometime and I'll talk how Darwin broke religion. Okay, I'll talk about that. But ஆனா இந்த பாயிண்ட்ல என்ன சொல்ல வந்து மறந்துட்டேன், ஏதோ சொல்லிட்டு இருந்தேன். டூல் டு கண்ட்ரோல்ல இந்த சென்ஸ் வந்து இருங்க, RSS இருக்குல்ல, இந்த சென்ஸ் வந்து if you closely watch, men say how a woman should be. Mohan Bhagwat is a man. Why should he say that women should behave like this? Or for example, நான் திருப்பி சொல்றேன், ஜக்கி இருக்காருல்ல, நான் திருப்பி அதான் சொல்லிட்டேன், blasphemous. It's going to be very very blasphemous. If you are follower of Jaggi, I'm very sorry. ஜக்கி கிட்ட போயிட்டு கேக்குறாங்க women எப்படி இருக்கணும்னு. Jaggi is a man. Why do you ask a man how a woman should be? I have no idea. See, I know my friends, family, mother இருக்காங்க, எல்லாம் இருக்காங்க. I have no clue what their bodily changes are. அவங்களுக்கு எந்த நேரத்தில் என்ன, அதை வந்து எப்படி நம்ம பண்ணிட்டோம்னா மூட் ஸ்விங்ஸ்னு ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டோம். ஆனா தட்ஸ் பயாலஜி. we are going to see the chapter called as, அதுவும் இருக்கு இந்த சென்ஸ் வந்து we have a chapter on, இங்க பாருங்க, relevance of menopause, இதெல்லாம் இருக்கு. growth and development chapter. What are the hormones in our body, what helps in the growth, and what is this time the question was discuss menopause and its consequences. 10 marks question. இப்போ menopause இருக்குன்னு வச்சுக்கலாம். I have no clue what it happens. எங்க வீட்ல, see, you would have seen people, do you know what changes happens in the body? நீ சுத்தமா யாருக்குமே தெரியாது. ஆனா we decide the fact how somebody should be. Men, இப்போ ரிலிஜியன்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா pope decides, imam decides. இந்த சைடு மோகன் பகவத் இருக்காரு. Why is there no women deciding how they should live after 45 55 ஏதோ, which is not happening la? You get this idea? If you very closely watch, it has a patriarchal system aligned to it. But anyways, that comes from this. So that comes from this philosophy of a place where you should be, men should be here, women should be in the house, which actually comes from this philosophy of teleology and hierarchy of things. ஆனா இது எப்படி நான் இங்க லிங்க் பண்ணேன்னா, he gives this hierarchy of things. அப்போ ஸ்பீசிஸ்லாம் ஹைரார்கியா இருக்கு. pre-Darwinianல this is also one theory. First is religionல, second is pre-Darwinian, third is see full name, everything in the notes I will give. இது வந்து third வந்து grand design. Today go and check the previous year question also, what they've asked about this. சரியா? I will also give regular test. So in that, I would want you to write the names, whichever names I want you to write, I'm giving you. Other names you can skip. Okay, if I give a name or a place in anthropology, you have to write. Okay, so Pele was a person. He comes up with this. So point has happened. He comes up with this theory of a grand design. சரியா? Grand design na. The world had entered 1600s lala. 1600s lala, world had entered this point of a concept called as Renaissance. Do you know? Renaissance, Reformation, Enlightenment. So, world history. World history. What had happened to the world is that the world had come to a point where it started. Okay. AC AC உங்கள் ஏசி வேணாமா இல்ல ஏசி போடட்டமான்னு கேக்குறேன் உங்களுக்கு இல்ல 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 அப்ப இங்க ஏன்னா அது கிட்ட ஓகே இல்லன்னா இங்க வந்துருங்க இங்க இருந்தீங்கன்னா யூ வில் ஹேவ் இல்ல அதர்வைஸ் இட் வில் ஃபீல் பிரேக்கா இல்ல பிரேக் இன்னொரு 2 மினிட்ஸ்ல ஓகே அப்புறம் பிரேக் கொடுத்துறேன் நீங்க அது ஏன்னா அங்கதான் ஃபேன் வராது அதுதான் சரியா ஸோ point is that world comes up with this concept of this is Renaissanceல they come up with this concept that we are too much into religion. Religion now has to take a back seat. Meaning is that they come up with this theory that God created the world and let the world be in its own form. God will not tinker in the world. நான் சொல்றது புரியுதா? That is, God created the world and there will be natural laws to the world. Gravity, you know, Newton, do you know? Newton is a person, 1700s la dhaan. This book was in 1700s. He comes up with this theory that anything falls now before it was the act of God. Anything falls. But now science comes up with this theory that if it falls now, it is science. Ana whether God is there, na God is there. God is sitting there, not doing anything. Ipo point enna that translate other physical law. That translated into biology and saying that apana God created us, designed us, but let it be the way they want. The example that he gives is that let us assume that I go and I hit a rock. I know this rock has been there sometime along from the mountains, from the rivers, something. Okay, if you go and hit a rock, and the rock, so how did it come? Chuma. Igneous rock, anything would have happened. If I find this watch, if I find this watch, how did this watch come? It is manufactured. Somebody has designed it. You get this idea? Pele gives this example now. He's saying that God is the watchmaker. அதாவது how well they have designed our eyes. இப்போ நீங்க நல்லா பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஐஸ் இவ்வளோ பியூட்டிஃபுல்லா இட் இஸ் டிசைன் இன் அ பிக்சரிங் வே இட் இஸ் கேப்சரிங் ஆல் த லைட் த பாடி அண்ட் எவ்ரி திங் இட் இஸ் டிசைன் திஸ் கேனாட் பி டன் வித்வுட் அ டிசைனர் இல்ல புரியுதா somebody should have designed the way you want. அப்போ பாயிண்ட் என்ன தெரியுமா வரும் கொஞ்ச நாள் கழிச்சு இந்த டிசைனரை யார் டிசைன் பண்ணா கரெக்டா சண்டையில போன கைப்புள்ளைக்கே சட்டை இப்படி கிழிஞ்சிருக்குன்னா சண்டை போட்டவன் உயிரோட இருப்பான்னு நினைக்கிற நீ அப்படின்னா டிசைன் when you do a human, then who designed that? Then that would have been a higher design. Then who designed that? You will keep on going. So God keeps on going in an infinite loop. Okay, but he comes up with this theory, grand design. Purida? This is so one more is there, catastrophism irukku, but now okay, it's okay. Meaning is that they come up with this different theories and understanding of the world which actually resulted in a lot of issues. In the lot of issues la enna avuna ipo you see this because of this starts a concept of அதாவது when you start saying that hierarchy or chain of humans, then that means that black is higher lesser than white, or I decide la. So you start having concepts as racism. இங்க இருக்கு பாருங்க, we have a chapter on racism. How it comes na, pre-Darwinian explanation of somebody saying that a superior thing is there. So we are the pinnacle of evolution. If I say, see, I am the pinnacle of evolution, I am the god of the world, abdin if I say na, that means other people are down me. Correct? So it gives rise to racism, and it also gave rise to colonialism. Do you know? அதாவது all these pre-Darwinian theories வந்து gave a lot of negative aspects to this. So இப்போ பாயிண்ட் என்னன்னா, இதெல்லாம் வந்து வேர் pre-Darwinian but very very old. Now after this I will come and talk about this is what you should concentrate. சரியா? இப்போ this is what we are going to talk. Look at this. Biological theories of organic evolution, pre-Darwinian. Correct? Organic evolution, இதெல்லாம் வந்து philosophical and religious and other explanation of how evolution happened. The biological or the organic theory starts from this Lamarck. This also you should write as an answer, which is there in Ember and Ember book. I don't think any other book contains that. Notes contains or some materials contain. They have just merely cut, copy, pasted from it. You read it from the book, you get this idea. The meaning of the whole purpose of anthropology should be not only to read and do things, you should also transform yourself as a person. UPSC transformed me. Actually, as a person, UPSC transformed me a lot. I started looking at things differently. I used to also be a person like patriarchal system. I'm also part of it. I used to be a person. See, even today that is there. ஈவன் டுடே நான் சொல்லியிருக்கேன், இன்ஸ்டா, ஆனால் அதுவும் கொஞ்சம் குறைக்கணுங்க. இன்ஸ்டாகிராமில் திட்டிகிட்டே இருக்காங்க. இஃப் யூ சி இன்ஸ்டாகிராமில் வந்து திட்டும் போது எனக்குமே அது டக்குன்னு ஏன் இப்படி திட்டுறாங்க அப்படின்னு இருக்கு. ஆனால் ஒன் பாயிண்ட்ல ஐ கோ பேக் அண்ட் திங்க் ஓகே கரெக்ட் தான், யூ ஆர் ஏபிள் டு ஃபாலோ. ஆனால் சிஸ்டம் ஷுட் பி அக்செப்டிங் தட். பிரகாஷ் ராஜ் இதை சொன்னார் நினைக்கிறேன். இஃப் சம்படி இஸ் சேயிங் தட், we should sit them down and listen to what the problem is. We have been in this patriarchal system for a very long time. So what injustices happened, what has happened oda or volcanic eruption is what is happening right now. So we should listen. Ana if you think about it, nobody is ready to listen. I am also a part of it. Ana anthropology, when I read, when you keep on going deeper, ipo na vandu pesa in the hierarchy of things, we will understand that it is not hierarchy. It is a tree of life. It is like from a single cell, we have all branched. That means that all of the species are not hierarchical. All of the species are our cousins, brothers, sisters. The meaning will happen is that all of us are connected in this. Either we go down together or we uprise together. Okay, well, you get this? What happens is that at this point is where this person comes called as Lamarck. Okay, in pre-Darwinian, this person is the key significant point that you should note. This Lamarck is a person. Others were explaining as to philosophy and religion and things. Okay, but this person is where he starts to see that animals evolve. Changes happen. What Aristotle said was, everything came the way they are. You are able to understand? That is, how did humans come now? Yes, they came the way they are. How did dogs come? They came the way they are. But this person is where he starts to observe the pattern that dogs have come from something. Okay, they have come from something. Or giraffes, why did, this is the point he says, why giraffes must have come from something. Giraffes look like a zebra. Giraffes look like a small ruminant animal. Ruminant na grass eating animal, if you see giraffes. But how did giraffes happen? So he comes up with this theory that he says that there is an internal transformation fluid. He says that there is an internal transformation fluid. Elon, he's a French, okay, he's a French anthropologist. He comes up with this. Next class I will give you. Elon, okay, vital. The fluid is helping the animal grow in the direction of the environmental change. I'll say it again. The meaning that he see, others were explaining that this is how it came. Religion was explaining the way God designed. Pele was saying that there is a designer who is there, who has designed it well and sent it here. But he is now talking about, see, there is a change happening. You see, observe the change. There must be something which enables this change. That enabling factor he is saying is that Elon, that's the point. Transformational fluid. This you have to write. Transformational fluid, which enables the animal which is looking like this to transform itself to looking like that. So he is saying that maybe giraffes at a point trees' height might have grown. So you have to reach the trees. You are able to understand. So necks have to be increased. You keep on using something, it will keep on increasing in size. That's what he says. So you finally change into the animal that you have to be. You are able to follow. Aspirant, we are also going to start this Gene 2026 Anthropology Foundational course for any of you who wish to study anthropology as a subject, as an optional paper for UPSC. And if you have any doubts as regarding how to write an answer, everything will be covered in that anthropology batch. Any of the mains candidates who wish to write mains also can approach us for Gene 2026 batch. I will include them in a specific way so that they will be able to write this examination which is coming in the mains. So thank you for watching. All the best.